to rightly dividing his word in the name of Jesus. Yeah. Before we go into this lecture, we've made up our mind, as we are being inspired, to let everybody know this enemy of man called disease or sickness, how to handle it, of man of God. You know, if you hold this program within the congregation or the church member, you too, you know the kind of turnout. But for men of God, because we are losing many generals due to this ignorance, and that is why we don't want the kingdom to suffer loss again. And that is why, in holistic form, see it from spiritual angle, see it from the medical angle, see it from physical angle. Recognize the enemy as enemy. Give it all what it takes. Approach it, face it squarely, and conquer it. One of the most painful issues, which I know it will pain God, is untimely death of any ministers. Like Watchman Dean, he lamented, God gave me us, and he gave me the message to deliver to the whole world. He was a worldwide evangelist, and the message of God in his mouth was fire. But toward a level, he misused the body, and he lamented. He cried, wow, I'm a worldwide evangelist too. God gave me message, and he gave me the horse to use to deliver the message. He said, I killed the horse, and the message remained undelivered. He's talking about is the body. He overused his body, and the message, that calling, he couldn't reach the peak, he couldn't reach the apex or the climax of his God-given mandate. We don't want it to be, as a believer, as a child of God, most especially the minister of New Testament gospel, things that we needed to know, we must know it. We must know it. There are two which I would like to handle here. The first one is, can a Christian embark on medical healing, seeking for medical healing? Yes. Nothing debar any reliable, knowledgeable Christians seek for medical healing. What are we claiming about? By his stripe we are healed. Fine. We have been healed. We have been healed by his divine intervention, by the supreme sacrifice which he offered to all the believers. No doubt about that. Nothing can change that. But understand this clearly. There is supreme sacrifice. But before supreme sacrifice came, there is what you call man mandate. There was a mandate that God gave to man. Just as what they've told us, everything that God created, he handed over to man as a raw material. Because man is a God on earth. God is an infinite, but man is a finite expression of the totality of God's divinity in the whole universe. He knew put into the brain, into the mind, the intuition, intellect of a man. He knew that man is very complex. Man is made up of spirit, soul, and the body. He knew just as God is a triune being, man is a trichotomous being or a tripartite being. God knew what man is capable of doing, and that is why to tax him. Man is a rational being. Man is quite different from any other creatures. All other creatures, they were not a rational being. What do by rational being? We can reason. Animal have what you call common sense. They have brain, but they can reason. Are you getting what I'm saying? If animals see you that you are coming as a hunter, he will run away for you. Know that. But when we say reasoning, rational mean man must be upgraded in knowledge, in wisdom, in thinking. What you thought as a wisdom today, by next year, it will become a foolishness. Man must be upgraded in thinking, in rationality. That is why when I was young, you behaved